Hi, I'm Charlie, I'm back and welcome back to the Here's Mario 123 show, and did you know that there's a Mario Universe timeline?
That's right.
All the Mario games are connected by one big timeline. Of course it's unofficial and it's not officially endorsed by Nintendo, but you look through the timeline and things actually make a hell of a lot of sense. Almost feeling like every single Mario game was meant to be put in this timeline in a very specific order, making the Mario timeline. Now, a lot of the research into the Mario timeline has been done by r/MarioVerse, and this specific timeline that I'm going off is the timeline created by Sean D. Walsh. So, shout out for the Mario timeline. They actually have an entire page going through the whole thing. It's very long, we're not going through the whole thing. The main reason why I was looking into this is because I was eventually going to make a main channel video going through the Mario timeline properly and deciphering things. I talked about it in another video when I talked about the ending of Captain Toad. My made-up ending doesn't make sense in this timeline. But let's begin going through the Mario timeline. Mario and Luigi leave the magical land where babies come from, carried by a stork, leading us into, some people say Yoshi's Island, I say Yoshi's Island, who cares? It's that, or Super Mario Advance 3, or Super Mario World 2, depending on what you want to call it. Fun fact, in development, Yoshi's Island was actually called Super Mario Bros. 5 as a subtitle instead of Super Mario World 2. Cool. Anyway, we obviously know what happens in that game, and then by the end Mario and Luigi are gonna get delivered to their home, but then it's revealed in the 3DS game, Yoshi/Yoshi's New Island, that it was the wrong home. This game is not great, but it has some very weird things that kind of establish a lot of the rest of the Mario universe. Things that we don't really realize are established until much later on. But at the very end of this game, spoilers, Mario and Luigi are delivered to their parents in the Mushroom Kingdom, but there's another game that takes place in between the sort of ending of Yoshi's New Island and Mario and Luigi being delivered to their parents. But by the end of that game, you get the ending of Yoshi's New Island. But we're not done with those island games. Oh no, we still have Yoshi/Yoshi's Island DS, which has Baby Mario and Baby Luigi kidnapped from their house in the Mushroom Kingdom, making it a bit different. And then after that, we get the infamous Vermin for the Game & Watch. If you don't know what the Game & Watch is, it's a series of Nintendo consoles that were made before the NES that were little LCD games that weren't much, but in Game Boy Color games called the Game & Watch Gallery, they actually remade a few of these games. So specifically in the timeline is Vermin Modern from those games, where there's 6 Yoshi/Yoshis that appear, and there's a egg that hatches, which is a Yoshi. You see it again in the game Yoshi/Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64. Crazy. We go through that game, then we go Greenhouse Modern, another one of those Game & Watch games. And then we get to the events of the past of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, where future Mario and future Luigi meet their baby counterparts. This is what I mean. Time travel exists in the Mario universe, and chronologically, the first time you see it is in Yoshi's New Island, because present-day Mario and Bowser appear in that game. It gets very crazy. Anyway, after a while, Mario and Luigi move to New Donk City, from Mario Odyssey. And then we go through Mario's Bombs Away, which is when Mario was in war. And then we go Mario Cement Factory, Wrecking Crew, Donkey Kong Circus. This is actually, I think, where Mario meets Donkey Kong for the first time. Then we get Greenhouse, which is I think it's a Game & Watch game, and Donkey Kong Hockey. And then we finally get to the arcade game Donkey Kong, where Mario has to save Pauline, who's his girlfriend at the time. Kinda crazy. And guess where that game takes place? You kind of find out in Super Mario Odyssey, but that's in New Donk City. So Mario at this point in time is still living in New Donk City. But you're starting to see threads, just come in. They're all coming together.